what you think has potentially been here, and I'm going to give you a couple of clues. The clue is right in front of me, and if you want to tweet us and send a couple of answers to us, and you can tell me what you think has happened in this area. And I'm going to give Andrew a couple of a little bit of direction here on what he has to focus on, so I can get the message across to you. So Andrew, I just want you to do a pan there, mate, please, and across here, showing the people the water and the algae as well, just here. So I'll just get my head out of the way. And folks, if you want to tweet us and tell me in just a couple of words what you think has happened here in the last, I would probably say, 30 minutes. So whilst we're waiting for some of your deductions from this, from the Bush newspaper, I'll just have a little discussion about the Bush newspaper. Now, Stefan is like one of the ultimate people to read the Bush newspaper. You know, there's people that, like my good self, that, you know, flick through the newspaper, pick out the bits you sort of want to see, and then there's people that read the newspaper. The people that read the newspaper and really do look very, very closely at it. And when they read through that newspaper, they will find all sorts of information that you've brushed over. And that's a great analogy for someone like Stefan. Stefan is like that ultimate newspaper reader. So I think that one of the most important things to know is that the more that you read the newspaper, the more you learn, and the more you start to apply it to your conversation, because that's what actually happens. You end up talking to people about what you saw. You talk about to people what you read in the newspaper. It's the same in the bush. When you hear the guides talking around the fire, or you get back for breakfast, it's discussion about the Bush newspaper. And that is all the telltale signs, the tracks and signs of what's been happening where, what animals moved where. He's gone west, he's gone south. They didn't see him this morning. They couldn't pick up the tracks. They did see a little, maybe an altercation between two different species at a waterhole or something like that. Excuse me. So the Bush newspaper is a really, really important thing, and it's an absolute pleasure when you start to learn a few tracks and you start to learn a few signs, you start to pick up information, and you can tell what's happened the night before. So I really want to know, and I'm just going to see if any of you have tweeted in to tell me what has happened in this area just here. What has happened in this area just here? So I might get a couple of tweets come through to tell me right in front of our very eyes here there's something really interesting, and you can tell by a couple of telltale marks in this area.
I hear something coming from this side.
Yeah, we've got another buffalo just coming up. Another buffalo joining, a couple of them actually. Another group of bachelors. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful buffaloes. Right, so folks, I'm going to just come to the crunch, I suppose, and talk about it. You've been fantastic on Twitter. Lots of debate, lots of questions about what has happened right in front of us, and the telltale signs if we now do that little investigation thing. And it's simple, but at the same time it's really great to know, because what we were looking for before has now made me make a decision. Right up there is fresh elephant, absolutely fresh, beautiful fresh elephant dung. And then if you pan just around here, please, Andrew, you'll see a disturbance in the algal bloom, or the algae, which is that green sort of film over the water here. You can see how it's just out here. It's a little bit tricky to pick up, but there's a bit of disturbance here. So elephants have come down here, stood on the bank here, disturbed the water by, moved the algal out of the way, and drunk, and then moved on and moved out. So the elephants that I thought were probably still up here have already been down to drink and have moved on. So that sort of bush newspaper information you pick up and you go, right, okay, well they've been here, and we know that they've gone actually probably down there further. And that sort of helps you, rather than going back up and looking for them not up there. They've gone down there. So well done, everyone. The general consensus was that it was elephant dung and that elephants had been here. So high hats off to you guys. I should have known. You're an incredible bunch of people that love animals, and you probably knew straight away. But I just thought it was a bit of fun to do, because this bush newspaper is an incredibly important thing in our worlds, and the more we know about it, the better we are. Lovely herd of bachelor boys here. I'm just going to show. Just going to let these boys cross. Look at that, that's so nice to see, isn't it? Animals coming to a water point, really thirsty. They always try and walk in a little bit as well, up to their knees. They might lay down even. All males, all in a bachelor group. Several of the older ones may have been pushed out of the group, and some of the younger ones as well, and then what will happen is they may meet up with a herd and trail behind a herd and potentially try and challenge another male. But generally speaking, the bachelor herds are quite transient, and you will just find solitary bulls as well that do spend the rest of their time by themselves. So well done, everyone.